Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q1 FY23 earnings conference call of Mayur Uniquoters Limited, hosted by Monarch Networth Capital. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Rahul Dani from Monarch Networth Capital. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Yashishi. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Monarch Networth Capital, it's our pleasure to host the senior management team of Mayur Uniquoters. Today we have with us Mr. Suresh Kumar Podar, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, and Mr. Vinod Kumar Sharma, the CFO of the company. I would now request the management to provide the initial comments about the results. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rahul, and welcome to all participants to the earning call of Mayur for the Q1 FY23. Good afternoon, dear investors and analysts. Ladies and gentlemen, it is great pleasure to be here to share with you the performance of Mayur. Thank you for giving your precious time to join Mayur Uniquoters Limited Q1 FY23 conference call. Mayur Uniquoters Limited, being a market leader in the synthetic leather industry and an organized player, has been able to leverage the emerging opportunities and delivered exemplary performance in past years, both in national and international business markets. I would like to start with financial highlights for Q1 FY23 under review. We will also reply your queries after our review on financial results for the quarter. The company has achieved revenue from operations on a standalone basis amounting to rupees 200.93 crores and PBT 35.95 crores and PAT 28.64 crores during the quarter, which is increased by 37%, 41% and 47% respectively from the last quarter. The revenue from operations on consolidated basis is 200.44 crores, PBT to 33.89 and PAT 27.10 crores, and this number has increased by 24%, 4% and 9% respectively from the last quarter. Our endeavor is to make the company a preferred supplier for the leading OEM, especially in the US and European regions. We are also pleased to share that the company is already approved by Mercedes-Benz in South Africa, BMW in Europe market, and Volkswagen in India. And supply also started from us to the Mercedes and Volkswagen for the newer models. And BMW supply to the BMW is expected from March quarter this year. The company has also entered into the sale agreement with Bexon India for our product supply to Kia and Hyundai Motors within and outside India, and supply also started in India in last quarter. We have also decided to put up a warp knitting plant in Mayur, for which necessary project activities are expected to start soon. In automotive sector, we have been selected for many incoming new models in export as well as domestic auto OEMs, for which supply will start in the year 23-24 and 24-25. So we are expecting a very good performance in coming years of 23-24 and 24-25, both years. And this year also we are expecting better performance than last year. The company has also put up a foam lamination plant, forward integration in the form of forward integration, and it is also doing well. While pursuing our business interest, Mayur Uniquoters has also been endeavoring to fulfill our responsibilities towards the society. Under the corporate social responsibility programs, we have also planned for booster dose to the nearby villagers and staff members at both the plants, besides contribution towards food, oxygen plants and safety kits. The company has also adopted many schools, happy schools for education of children. The company has worked on education, especially for the girls and underprivileged child education. various health care initiatives, especially child skill development, water for all, sanitation at school area, distribution of books, bags, clothes, etc., and most importantly, family planning and family welfare schemes. The state government has recognized at various places these initiatives on various platforms. I am thankful to all investors for their valuable time, to those who become the part of this earning call. With this positive note, I would like to conclude and request you all to open the forum for questions. And I also request that due to time constraint, we need to end this call within the next 45 to 50 minutes. So therefore, request to kindly avoid repeat questions, and volume data will not discuss. So please avoid volume related queries. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have our first question from the line of Amarnath Bhagat from Ministry of Finance of Oman. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. I have two set of questions. First of all, whatever is the raw material prices increase due to increase in the crude prices and everything, how much of that you are able to transfer to your clients, and how much approximately you have to absorb?
We have tried our best to transfer as much as possible. And
can you please quantify, maybe 50%, 60%, 70%?
This is very difficult to say. That you can recognize by our balance sheet. But of course, if we would have not passed on, our would get a profit in the company. So definitely, the increase has been transferred to them. But maybe minimum 80 to 90% we have transferred. It depends on.
Okay. So 80 to 90% over time you transfer, maybe 10-15% you need to absorb over time.
Maximum.
Yeah, that's the purpose. And second thing, sir, now if you look at the entire macro picture, now your main business segment, which is automobiles, whether national and international, plus your footwear related business, plus your furniture dividend business, after it is opening up, everything is looking very solid, especially within India, because individual companies who are working on those fields are reporting very strong numbers, as well as their growth outlook is very strong. Now, considering that factor, you are one of the input provided to them. How do you look at this particular opportunity going ahead for next 2-3 years? And if you provide some guidance with respect to your revenue visibility and margin visibility.
Yeah, I tell you, the most important sector is automotive sector. Now, whatever we are doing in automotive sector, it is very minimal. So there is a very big scope in automotive sector, and especially in export as well as in domestic market, because Indian domestic market is also increasing. There was some drawback for a few months when the chip shortage was there, and now it's coming up in the line, but still there is some chip shortage. Nevertheless, since I have told you that we have plenty of scope to get into automotive business outside India and India also. So we have already got approval of few models of different companies. If I'm talking about export OEMs, like for America, South Africa, and Europe. And those articles will start from 23, 24, and 24, 25. You can expect fantastic sales in automotive in these 2 years. However, this year is also going to be better than last year. So there is a very good chance, and further, we have started retailing this furnishing business. I was going through the article that more than 48% of artificial leather is used in furnishing, like sofa, like chairs, like office chairs, So, the problem is with us that we are B2B supplier in all the areas. Like if you talk about footwear manufactured by from us. If you go to buy a footwear, you don't know which artificial leather is being used in that. So, but the furnishing is the big area where when you go for a furnishing for your house, you go with your interior decorator to the shop, see their material, sample and all that, and then you decide. So this we have already started. We have a plan to, in next one and a half years to 2 years time, to have at least 1,000 dealers all over India. So this work has started. 75 dealers we have already made. Now, I think in coming years, it must be better. It will increase the margin also and will increase the sales. Every brand needs time to establish. And we are very much confident that we will be able to establish because Mayur is capable of making any type of artificial leather under the sun. To give Mayur any product, we will copy that, or not only copy, we are capable of doing product according to your requirement. Suppose you have particular item and there are some criteria is not there. If people are telling us that, okay, we want this criteria also, so we are able to do that because we have very strong R&D. As in previous meeting also I have said that we have got a European lady, very expensive and very knowledgeable, especially in automotive industry. Because of her, we are able to get the business of Mercedes-Benz, BMW. So this is the situation.
So considering the things you said, sir, so far, it is exactly matching with your end user outlook, whether it is automobiles, furnitures, and everything. Are you in a position to give us some kind of a guidance of your revenue visibility or profitability visibility? And last one, what is your capacity utilization as of now?
As of now, my capacity utilization is about 70%, 72%. And the increasing capacity is no problem because we have got a lot of space. We can increase. Recently, we have put up one line just 1 year, 6 months back. So because of that, capacity is spare. And furthermore, there is no issue because I don't need any land to, increase my capacity. We have sufficient area and anything is required. And one thing I tell you, I'm going very fast. There is saying, you can wait, manufacturer can wait for the customer, but customer will not wait for you. So you have to have always spare capacity. When customer comes for demand, you have to supply immediately at once. He will not wait for you that, okay, I will have a capacity after 6 months, then I will supply. They will not wait. They will go to somewhere else. So I always keep spare capacity.
So with this, last, if you can answer to my previous question, that what visibility you are saying in terms of your revenue growth and the profitability growth going ahead? Some color will be helpful.
It is very difficult at this moment to say what kind of, but as I told you, that 23, 24 and 24, 25 will be very good growth. And profit of margin will be also very good. It is very difficult to excel in the quantum. When I'm saying good, that means it will be definitely more than what you are seeing. So,
one last question, sir, which is there always in the investor's mind. It is little sensitive, but I need to ask this. What is this succession planning in Mayur Uniquoter? We have seen how you have done this company from where this company is there. Later, a lot of family-related issues boggled about this company in the last few years. And, as an investor, the governance structure, the corporate governance structure of company is always most important apart with the company's performance. And up to now, as an investor, we don't have a real clarity how the succession of this particular company and how the company is really thinking about that particular things to take this particular company little more stretched than where it is now. And this is always an investor mind. So if you can give some kind of a color on this question, it will be very helpful from a governance side.
Yeah, you see, at the moment, my son-in-law is already working here, and my son has also come back, and he has also started attending the office. And furthermore, I have got big target. I always go high. So, most important thing in any industry is you have to area-wise good professional. They run the company. We are the promoter. We just think what can be the market, what kind of investment we have to do, what kind of expansion we have to do. Now, BMW and Mercedes is pressurizing us that Mr. Pudar, you start your plant in USA also. Because at the moment we are supplying to South Africa for Mercedes, and BMW also will take for South Africa plant. Like Volkswagen has also told us that Mr. Pudar put up a plant in USA and we will start. Because, the Tier 1 manufacturers, those who are making interior and all that, they are the person who supplies to these OEMs. Now, there are limited 5 or 6 very big interior manufacturers all over the world. Now they know us when we are supplying to USA, South Africa, Europe. So in India also, whenever new model is coming, they immediately come to us. Like in Hyundai, they have started new models, and that is
You are the market leader, right, sir?
Who?
You are the market leader in this segment, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
In India, we are the market leader in footwear and in automotive. Although we are in all type of products like leather goods, furnishing, like automotive, footwear, furnishing. You see, garments. In garment also it is sold. In leather goods there are so many things: bags, purses, belts, so many things.
No, the market is very good, sir.
I request you to come back in the queue, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to restrict your questions to 2 at a time. We have our next question from the line of Mohit Khanna from Banyan Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. And so I just wanted to understand what is the current capacity under different businesses, and when do you think you can use the full capacity, because as you are talking about good growth in 24-25?
See, as I told now, that we are utilizing 70% capacity, 30% we have vacant. Now that can be used within maximum 1.5 year or 2 year time. Then we have got plenty of space to fulfill further requirements. There is no issue. The only thing is the investment in machine. Now definitely within as per situation, I will definitely order for another line. You see, this I always do 1 year in advance. So there will be no problem that for want of capacity, there will be any problem in sales.
Right, sir. And what is the near about cost for ordering a line?
Sorry, can you repeat loudly?
Yes, sir. What should be the cost of the setting up or installing a new line?
Yeah, cost of the new line, then if you start a PVC line, only the line with, putting line, printing line, embossing line, there is a set of different kind of machines which is required to complete the whole thing. So from machinery point of view, if you look at it, it is about, for one line, about 30 crores minimum. And furthermore, now gradually we are increasing the automation of our machines and automation in manpower also. It depends on what kind of a machine you are buying. Suppose in my coating line, if I have 12 people, now I can reduce that to 8 or 7 with certain modification in the machines, of course, which cost more. And then it gives quality, good quality also, consistency also. So now whatever machinery I am buying, that is with the best of machines. Now at the moment, so far as printing machine and embossing machine, we have got sufficient, sufficient capacity. Only when we start now increasing, we have to put up a coating line, for which I have told you that this much is expensive. Then of course you have to make the shade and everything. That will also cost. One line, practically if you go greenfield, it is 100 crores, right?
Okay. So
But
100 crores,
the land,
100 crores.
land is not a problem. The only thing that when we think this, we have to make the construction and get the machine. That's all.
Right, sir. So in terms of putting up a line, that should take around 6 months or so. Is that a good estimate?
So about 9 to 10 months.
Okay.
Suppose today I decide, then placing the order, then getting the machine, 2 months time is required to machine to come. Practically you can take it 10 to 12 months.
Okay. So that means that you will come back with the capex in 6 months or so.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. We have a next question from the line of Aman Agarwal from Carnelian Capital. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for the opportunity. So my first question was we have started supplying to Mercedes, Volkswagen, BMW. We'll start supplying BMW also. So once we have started supplying initial quantities to these players, by when can we start looking at other geographies for these players, in addition to the geographies which we are already supplying?
The automotive, you have listened and you have understood what we are going to do. Now in furnishing also, we are starting retail, and that has got a huge market. Matter of time only. Then second thing, there is lot of leather goods like purses, bags, belts. These are exported like anything to European and American countries. Just yesterday I had a customer from Kolkata, and he is one of the largest exporter of these products. So we were talking with him from last 2 months, 3 months about introducing. He is making at the moment only genuine leather, products made out of genuine leather. Now we have given him our PU material also with a world-class quality. He has taken those samples to his customers and they have approved and they like it. And this is a very, very big market. Of course, it takes some time. These I am talking about one customer only who is supplying to the top 3-4 big brands in the European market. Yesterday also we were talking about some footwear big brands, They are also interested in buying from India. Nowadays, one advantage is there that people are fed up with China. They want to shift to India. Even if you go to, this, this Vietnam and Indonesia and all these places, there also a lot of Chinese are there. They are not preferring Chinese. Now, it's the question that how fast India can meet up their requirement. They are ready to even give more prices. Now, the main thing is in PU, how to get PU chemical. Now, so far there are two things. One is PU chemical, one is fabric. Fabric we are able to make in India with the competitive price of China. Only PU we are not manufacturing in India. That also we are talking with few suppliers to have a joint venture here in India. But since PU requirement is very less, they want, big volume. So that will also happen very soon. And then we, in PU product which is imported from China, we have worked out with the government of India and put up a 40 rupees per meter approximate anti-dumping duty. Already started 3 months back. So with that also the gap between China and India will decrease. And furthermore, as soon as the quantity goes up, all the suppliers of raw material and everybody will come to India and start manufacturing. So it is just वो कहते हैं ना मुर्गी पहले आई कि अंडा वो सवाल है. So अभी we are trying our best and I am very hopeful that India has got very, very big chance in every.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost the connection of the management team. Request you to stay connected. We'll reconnect them. We have the management team back on the call, so please go ahead. Mr. Agarwal?
Yeah. So my second question was regarding this other expenses. So like for the last 3 quarters, our other expenses used to be around 24 to 25 crores, but in this quarter it is around 35 crores. So any reason why it has increased by this much in this quarter?
Basically, it has increased in proportion of the sales volume. And secondly, the transportation cost also increased to 30 to 40%.
You see, it is fortunate that we are able to maintain the price. The freight cost has increased by 4 times. America, we used to sell in 18 rupees a meter, our cost used to be, which has become 1 time 72. Now it is coming back to 35, 36. It is now gradually decreasing. But even then, we have faced the storm.
Right, sir. So one final
Agarwal,
question.
I request you to come back in the queue.
Okay.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I request to restrict your questions to two at a time. We have our next question from the line of Rajat Satia from iThought PMS. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for the opportunity. So my question is, if we look at our history, we have early on we had got very big and old clients like Ford and Chrysler. They have been with us for a long time and they are actually very big on their own. But we have not been able to scale them up. Similarly, I think we also had General Motors with us. So, I mean, last few years, if we look at last many years, our top line is broadly stagnant. So if you can help us understand why is it so difficult to scale up with somebody with whom we are already working for such a long period of time?
Can you give your line of questions more clearly? We could not get you.
Okay, I'll just repeat. I'm saying we have some clients who we are working with, like Ford, Chrysler, who are contributing a good chunk to our revenues. We also have a client called General Motors. Again, for a very long time, they are our clients, I think, but they have not been able to grow. We have not been able to grow them. But overall, if you look at, despite having these clients for a long period of time with us, if you look at our top line over the last many years, I mean, in 2016 we had done 500 crores of revenue. In fact, in 2015 we had done 500 crores of revenues, but that revenue actually kind of stalled for a long period of time. So what is the reason why we couldn't really grow with a client with whom we have been working from last many years? And there are 3 such big clients that that can really become big for us.
See, when you enter to the automotive industry, suppose today I go to General Motors and say I want a business, they will not give me business from their existing models. They will give the business only with the upcoming models. Now, General Motors was very much, rigid that we will give the business to the supplier who has got the unit in America itself. Then only we will give the business. Like Volkswagen has also told us, they are ready because we are supplying here about 30,000 meters every month to Volkswagen in India. And they are ready to buy there also. But they say we want to buy locally. So on that ground also we are working very seriously to put up a line in USA. But we want to have, as I told you, 23, 24 and 24, 25. There are few models which are coming in which we have been selected. So what I am getting, let me have another 100,000 or 150,000 meters business from USA. Then only I will start working on that. So there are so many reasons. Nowadays, many companies in America have started preferring that the production line should be in the USA. And for me, that is not a problem because I am supplying to most of them. So even they are saying that if you start working on it, we will ready to give you the business, because then in that case, in the beginning, immediately I can supply from India and then gradually convert it to USA. But for that, I have to take a decision which, with these new models which are coming up, once I start producing, then I will immediately take action simultaneously. I have a line over there also, because that ultimately we have to do. It's a matter of time only.
Sure. Sure. So, sir, you mentioned about GM that they want a line in USA. However, Ford, and you also mentioned that unless a company launches a new model, it is difficult to get into any agreement with them, which is fine. So if you look at our revenues actually from 2015 to 2020 or so, broadly flat. So I'm assuming these companies, Ford or Chrysler, would have launched some new models during this time, isn't it?
You see, one thing, we have just started 10 years back. supplying to USA in automotive industry.
Right.
And automotive industry, suppose like Mercedes. Mercedes we are supplying since last 1 year. Now they are confident with our supplies and quality, and they are ready to give us a business in USA also. They have used business USA. South Africa is nothing in country. But the question is, if you go to any new supplier, first we will judge, and especially automotive industries are very, very systematic, professional. They will just like that, they will not give you the business. First of all, you have to approve the quality, and the quality means there are so many things which has to meet their specification. And that specification also, they not only believe on our, testings. They will guide that, okay, you get it tested in USA or Germany or somewhere, wherever they identify their own reliable tester. So these things takes very long time. So what we called about this Mercedes-Benz. It took us 2 years. I had a German, salesman in Germany, and I'm paying 8,000 euro per month. He was able to just get in touch, whereas he was supplying genuine leather, and he has contact with everybody. But just to get them agree that, okay, you can give us the sample, you can move on, it took 2 years. Now you can understand how much time it requires to get the approval. And second thing, you have to be very, very fast, because they generally keep 2 suppliers. One of the big business, we lost one model, and that was a good business. So we are becoming now 3rd supplier, but somehow they have accepted us. But it takes long time, no?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it will, now as I told you, you will see from 23, 24 and 24, 25.
Okay,
And
sir.
our service is so good that they are getting frustrated with the existing suppliers also. That's why, when these guys are in the problem, then only they give a thought and they push the supplier to supply them. Otherwise, if they are happy, it takes very long time to get into it. But I am trying to get into the items which are not were already done by someone else. In that also, I am going to get entry in 24, 25. Already our product has started approving.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for the detailed reply. Much appreciated. Sir, one follow-up
Mr.
question.
Satya, I request you to come back in the queue.
All right.
Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Devansh Nogotia from SIMPL. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So for PU, if you can just highlight how much, if you can just quantify the ADD percentage, and have we seen improvement in?
Satya, your voice is very low. Can you come near to your
Speaker.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Loud enough? Yeah.
Better.
So, sir, for PU, if you can just once re-clarify on the ADD percentage and how realizations for PU has improved for us. And if you can just give a sense on how import substitution has happened over a period of time, let's say, what was the quantum last year and how that import substitution is playing out in India. So some perspective, if you can give for these 3-4 things regarding PU.
So far PU is concerned, as I told you, and in the previous conferences also I have said, there is lot of manipulation in import duty. In respect of prices, even they are showing 20%, 30% prices. If you are buying something in $3, they are billing in $1.
Okay.
Nowadays they have started playing with the quantity also. That if one container has, say, 40,000 meters, they will show 20,000 meters. That's why we have tried our best and put up a, anti-dumping duty. In that, whatever price you declare, certain amount of duty you have to pay. And that has started coming up now because, the market was already bad in COVID. And so the traders has got a lot of stocks. Now they have to clear that stock, and the new stocks, they have to pay more price. So what we have seen in last 1 month, the gap of the price between China and our material has reduced. So it's a matter of time. And I tell you now, as in Mayur Unicoter, what I'm doing. I'm going for the technical client. I'm going for the client who are in medium range or high range. Because in this industry, with the bottom range, there is huge market. Every month I can put one line for next 10 years. But then you will get nothing. I don't want that. So I am already approaching whether it is export, because from India, not a single person who is able to export to this automotive industry. And even in China is exporting to these European and American countries, and they have also got a collaboration with either European or with Canadian or with, America. I am the only company who is supplying directly. So every now and then I get the offer for these guys. But the problem is when you go for collaboration, from the beginning everything is good, but gradually they start eating you up. I have decided I will not go for any joint venture, because in joint venture what you need? You should able to make the quality of the product which your best supplier is able, and then you should have a capacity. So that's what I'm getting. What is, as today, if any big company who is run with too much turnover and all that, that is run by the people, One thing you have to have a people like R&D, like your machinery. Those things you have to have good machine and, R&D. And you will definitely get successful.
Okay. So when we say
Mr.
that...
Nagoshi, I request you to come back in the queue.
I just asked one question. Hello.
So this is due to the,
Okay, I'll just come back in the queue.
Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Peter Agnell from Sima Wealth Management Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Sir, I was wondering if you could provide the revenue split by geography and customer segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, please note down.
Yes, sir.
In export, it is 50 crores.
Okay.
And
This quarter we are talking.
we are talking about Q1, okay?
Yes, sir.
So in export we have 50 crores, and out of that export general is 18 crore, and export OM is 32 crores.
Okay.
And in domestic OM we have 36 crore, replacement 44 crore, footwear 63 crore, and furnishing is 6 crore, and balance others you can take out of 200 crores.
Okay. So OEM is 36, replacement 44, footwear 63, furnishing 6, and others.
Yeah.
And this is in this quarter.
Yeah.
And by any chance, can you provide us for FY22 and FY21?
Yeah, it is. You can drop your mail. I'll send you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Due to time constraints, we request participants to ask only one question. We have our next question from the line of Shalini Gupta from East India Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Ms. Shalini, your voice is very low.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it is better, but you can speak little louder, please.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, sir, I just wanted to understand if an investor has any queries, how to get in touch with you, because I've been trying for the last 2 or 3 months and I've not been successful. So what is the best way to get in touch with you people?
You can drop the mail to me and PA to CMD, and you can talk to me or phone also.
No, sir, the people at the reception do not connect to you because
They might be because of some meeting or some busy schedule with some other work. Because of that only. So you can talk to me over mail also.
We've lost our connection. We'll take the next question from Pritesh Chedda. Please go ahead, sir. Mr.
Hello.
Pritesh Chedda, please unmute your line. We'll move on to the next question from Avnish Chandrai from SMIFS Limited. Please go ahead.
Congratulations for that, sir, and Vinod, sir, for a strong sales performance. So, sir, very quickly, sir, this PVC prices has come down from the last quarter. So, did we book any inventory loss during this quarter?
No, not in this quarter.
Okay, so more or less our prices was similar to last quarter, quarter 4.
No, it is better, even better.
Okay, and very quickly, the last question: how much was the PU performance, PU sales during the quarter?
In volume, it is 7 crores. Plus.
Okay.
Count.
Value. Value.
Okay.
7 crores.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Rishabh Botra from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Hello. Congratulations for good set of numbers. Sir, last quarter you mentioned that there were some issues in terms of airbags in automotive space, wherein the OEM, the replacement segment was not that encouraging. How do you see things going forward in this space?
See, the government is telling that you have to put an airbag from this and this date, but that is not happening because that is not practical also. So it will happen definitely, but it will take time, much time. And in the meantime, you see, we have started new aftermarket business. The car seats you have पैनल नीचे लगा रखा है ना footmat. Now this we have started footmat also in the aftermarket with Maruti and other suppliers also. They also started working. This month we supplied more than 30,000 meters, and it is going to increase because we have just entered. I don't think overall there will be much difference in aftermarket, and furthermore, mainly aftermarket we were doing with Maruti, Suzuki. Now the other companies have also started working on the same way. So actually, number of players are increasing. Previously, if you have a Tata car, you go in the market and replace it. But in Maruti, they are compulsory, they have to buy from Maruti and sell aftermarket from their dealer. So the same thing is started with some other companies also, like Tata has also. So this business will increase. And the automotive market is increasing. There is only some drawback for few months or 1 year, you can say, because of chips problem. Now that problem is being solved. India is also going to make the chips. So I think it's a matter of maximum 1 year. But however, we are not worried with that because we are entering in many new models. Our business will automatically come.
Okay. And lastly, sir,
I request you to come back in the queue. Thank you. We have our next question from the line of Deepak Lalwani from Unifi Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, for the PU plant, you mentioned 7 crores for the quarter. So what ramp up do you expect for the entire year? And similarly, if you could give the contribution of the Merck and Volkswagen business for this quarter, and what do we expect for the full year?
See, that I can't tell you immediately. You please write us. We will send you the details.
And sir, what gives you this confidence?
Already, this year also we suffered the business because of the chips. In between 4-5 months last year, it was like that. They had to close down their factory in some months for 15 days, in some months for 7 days. But now it's improving in Europe also and South Africa also.
Sure, sir. So can we expect somewhere around?
You know, the advantage with Mercedes and BMW is the prices are higher at least 20% than USA. So naturally turnover also increases, and you know.
And so for 24-25, what will be the growth drivers apart from PU?
So basically, what gives you the confidence that
I told you that it will be much better. It's very difficult now to say that this will happen. You know, I'm very opportunist, and there is no doubt that the business is going to increase. There is no way out, because another thing, they are now, automotive industries are replacing genuine leather with artificial leather. Now we are moving on to the PU business also. I mean, there are two kinds of PU. One is what we are manufacturing in Gwalior, another is high solid PU. Now the automotive industry are started using PU in automotive industry is the replacement of genuine leather, right? So fortunately, we are approved in Chrysler on that PU also, which is, you know, $24. And here the PVCs are $7.5, $8, or $8.50. I am working very seriously on that also. Most probably from Thailand or Myanmar. Thailand, I think. We are going to get the orders because Chrysler has got their unit over there, a supplier over there, who is making seats for this material. And there are hardly any 2 or 3 manufacturers in the world of this kind of PU. And therefore, everybody was having monopoly. Now everybody is interested with us. Of course, they will give little less price also, but still it is very profitable. I am working very seriously on high solid PU for automotive industry. Secondly, you know, this SUVs, in the third row, they have started using PVC, even in the big Mercedes and all that, those models, replacing leather, you know. And in general car also, in your sitting area and back area, they are using leather. Rest, they are using all artificial. So the artificial market will increase, and it is increasing, there is no doubt, especially in automotive industry. And in footwear industry also, we have started contacting all the big models, those big names, big brands, which are sold in all over the world. We are in a very close contact with few of them. That also, these things takes time, but the future is good, because, you know, Mayur is not confined in one place, no? If you have to sell the better quality and the high prices, you have to go for these guys. And to going for these guys and then getting business and then starting supply takes time. But we are on that line.
Mr. Lalwani, I request you to come back in the queue. We have our next question from the line of Pritesh Chedda from Lucky Investment Managers Private Limited. You're requested to ask only a single question. Thank you.
Sir, what is the volume growth expectation do you have for 23 for PU plus PVC leather combined?
22, 23.
मतलब करंट ईयर
करंट ईयर लास्ट ईयर से कम 15% तो बढ़ना चाहिए.
दिस इज PU प्लस PVC
Both, both.
PU plus PVC combined. And after this PVC price correction, what is the expectation on realization change, if any, on the downside for us? So,
realization, it depends. And now, the prices have started going down. The prices also, the resin prices also is going down.
no.
Fabric prices are stable or increasing. So the prices are coming down. We have also started reducing the prices. So, what we feel from current situation that within 1 year time, the prices should come to the old situation if the things continue like this. Because there is a big sale problem also in the market, Because of so much increase in the prices, the sales has gone down in few areas, like footwear. Footwear sales are down comparatively because the prices increase so rapidly. I mean, between 30 to 35% price will increase on these times. So naturally, it makes some difference, no?
Okay. But with the mix change where you are going to supply on the export side, where it is higher priced, even Kia is higher priced, even Volkswagen is higher priced, sum total of all, do you see a price drop still or you don't see a price drop? Realization drop. Sorry, I'll just clarify.
Of course. No, but why the realization will drop?
Because
the realization will drop means main thing is the profit, that how much percentage of profit you are doing. Suppose it was 30% increase, and when the prices decreases, your top line decrease, right?
Right.
But, and still I am saying that in spite of this, the top line should increase 15% this year.
Okay.
Because the already prices have started going down.
So volume growth will be, sir, then the volume growth will be higher than the top line growth, right?
I request you to...
Ma'am, I'm just clarifying. Let me clarify.
Volume growth will be higher than the revenue growth. Volume growth will be higher.
Of course.
Correct.
As I told you, there are so many models are coming up, so volume will definitely increase.
Be higher. Okay. Will be higher than your revenue growth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is enough, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Last question.
We have a next question from the line of Rohan Advani from Multi-Act Equity Consultancy Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, thanks for the opportunity. Congrats on a good set of numbers. Sir, just one question. In an answer to an earlier question on succession planning, you said that your son is back in the business. So just wanted to understand in what capacity has he joined and what are the key responsibility areas that your son is undertaking? Thank you.
And now
Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost the connection of the management team. Request you to stay connected. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. What was your question? Please repeat it.
Yeah. Sir, my question was, Poddar sir in one of the earlier answers said that his son is again coming to the office and is back in the business. So I just wanted to understand in what role has he joined and what are the key responsibility areas that he is looking at.
I told you that he has came back after a long time. First of all, he is observing. At least 2-3 months he will observe every area. And then I will start giving him one by one all the, different areas. And to having that full control, it will take 1 to 1.5 years.
Got it, sir. Good to know and all the best, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, that was the last question of the day. I now hand over the call to the management team for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you all the investors for joining this call, and I can simply say that the future is good and which you can see. And if you have any further inquiry, anyone, please, you can write to my CFO. We will answer your questions. And I assure once again that future is going to be a good. You will not regret buying Mayur share.
Correct. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Monarch Network Capital, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.